Welcome, one and all, to a change of plans. As you might know, if you are a subscriber, I did plan to start 2 new series for Operation Chimera. One called Beginner Basics, which, quite frankly, should be fairly self-explanatory as to what it would have been, and another following my first season of Ranked. Sadly, a mix of toxic teammates, which you can see in this clip. Oh my god.
Did you kill him?
I killed him, yeah. And not saying my prayers to Lord Tachanka at night led to my placement matches being a complete disaster. It was when, around about the point where me and a friend had finished our 5th placement match and lost it, along with the previous 4, that we began to get the feeling that this whole ranked expedition thing was not gonna go so well. Another 5 placement matches the following day, and we had somehow scraped together a couple of wins and gone 2-3 that day. But that, coupled with the 0-5 of the previous day, meant that we had, in total for our placement matches for Ranked, gone 2 wins, 8 losses. And that apparently lands you in Bronze 4. At first, to be honest, I actually quite liked Bronze 4. I won a match and felt pretty damn good about myself. And then this happened. Yeah, I deranked all the way down to Copper 4, and here we are. And here I am, with the subsequent change of plans. So, when you are rock bottom, there's really only one place you can go, other than deep, deep into despair, and that is up. With my previous plans now temporarily swept under the rug, let this be the start of the Grand Copper to Diamond series. This will be an ongoing video diary of my travels in Ranked. Hopefully up the ranks and not down, but no promises. I will be showing off the more interesting matches and occasionally highlighting points where I could have done something differently, or better, or indeed, if I actually do something just straight up awesome, I will also highlight that occasionally. In this sense, the series will be a mix of entertainment and education, and it will quite likely continue over multiple Ranked seasons, given our lofty goal of hitting Diamond at some point in the future. Again, I would like to point out that this is my first Ranked season. Up until now, I've purely been a casual pleb, and also that, yes, I will be covering both losses and wins. The only deciding factor as to what match I end up covering in a video is whether I can actually learn something from it afterwards, and thus hopefully can help you guys with the learning and educational process as well. But enough about me, let's dive straight in, shall we, to a pretty exciting game where I played a couple of comfort picks, Jaeger and Thatcher. Peace. Assuming I'm not too late. So, for this first pause, I'm going to quickly be reviewing the location that I chose to stay in as a roaming Jaeger. If you're not familiar with it, there is a window past the wall on the right, and the room known as Fountain is directly in front of me. And I think the main criticism that can be leveled at this spot is the potential to be droned out or detected here in some other kind of fashion, and then immediately naded from the skylight that I pretty much ignore as I roam in this room. Regardless of the fact that this would require a lot of team coordination for the attackers to pull off, it is still worthy of note. I was also going to criticize the potential to relocate from here if the window gets broken, but for reasons that will very much soon be obvious, this apparently is not so much of an issue. I hear someone. Nice, someone pulling in. Okay, sure.
Op 4, last stop standing.
Well, it's a good thing she did that, to be honest. Really helped me out. Relating to what I was just saying, turns out that you would need to be pushed up past this angle as an attacker in order to prevent Aroma from leaving the room or moving about. So yeah, other than the skylight issue, this seems actually pretty decent to spot. Ooh. What do we take from this death? Always play careful. Being ahead does not make you invincible. Good to know. Why are his traps all in the same place? No! No! Why? Spread them out.
You will be detected if you remain in this
Please.
area. 15 seconds left. Op 4 has found the biohazard container. Time expires in 10 seconds.
Get him!
5 seconds left. Op
Yes!
4 eliminated.
Thank you!
Mission success.
God! We did not throw. Okay. The mute's getting on the board. No, no, no! No! Cool. Very cool. Yes. Rage quit. Yes! It's happening! So here I was basically just trying to alternate firing between times when the Habana was also peeking out and firing. So the idea being, one of us would peek out, spray off some shots, presumably get the attention of the defenders that were remaining, and then they would duck behind cover and the other person would then peek out. Just kind of alternating whoever would be the target of any kind of retaliatory aggression. It kind of makes both players feel a lot safer, and I think that's what we subconsciously were doing here, which is pretty cool. Get in there, boys. Oh, did it get zapped? It must have got zapped. Rip.
Resume securing the container. Cease securing the container.
Get him,
The
Habana.
operator remaining.
Get him. No!
Neutralized.
Okay. Damn.
Op 4 is securing the biohazard container.
Where's...
Prevent further access to the biohazard container.
What's happening?
Stop the hostiles from securing the container. They've ceased attempting to secure the container. Friendly on the
Yes!
Hostiles eliminated.
So here I decided to push the thermite instead of holding my current angle, simply because I had a couple of things working against me. First off, there was a body blocking a lot of my shots. Other than that, he actually had a much better wall to hide behind, and I had a rather dodgy kind of stack of shelves. So yeah, in that situation, if they have the better kind of angle, I think pushing to surprise them is quite nice. So, in case you didn't notice, I actually moved myself precisely to the one spot I should not have, that was a unreinforced wall. Try not to do this.
Cover me, reloading.
Zone will be detected by hostiles.
Swapping mags.
Last operator standing. Protect the biohazard container. Mission failed. All friendly neutralized.
Okay, so given the number of angles I would have had to watch to reverse sweep this round, I don't feel too bad about this death. Oh, there you go! So, essentially I'm just going to skip this next round because after this kind of really lucky kill through the barricade, nothing much happens of interest other than we carefully push in, disable gadgets one by one, occasionally get a kill, and ultimately somehow win the round. Other than that, kind of boring stuff. So here, basically we did everything in the wrong order. My response was fine, but we should have droned first to make sure it was safe, that there wasn't someone just waiting to hear a repelling sound, so he can then kind of run out and get kills. Even though we got the kill in response, really none of us should have died there. We traded. I'll take it. That's the guy that I got. But executed? Don't think so. Peace. So here, I'm pretty sure I'm doing this incorrectly, because reading about, I get the impression that it's better to just memorize where people are rather than scan them. Because once you've scanned them, you kind of tell them that you know where they are, and therefore they're probably going to reposition, so the whole point of the scan kind of becomes a little bit pointless.
Disabling it.
Last operator standing.
Is it working?
Hostile activity. Resume securing the container. Stop securing the container.
Oh.
Hostile activity. activity. Resume
What?
securing the container once the threat is... Operator remaining.
No!
Friendlies have been...
Come on. In this instance, I basically just didn't realize that I hadn't injured him. I was thinking that I had, and therefore that I needed to stop him from rezzing himself back up because he was a doc, but turns out that wasn't the case, and because I was impatient, I died.
Protect the biohazard container. Stop the hostiles from securing the container. You will be detected if you remain in this area. You have been spotted.
So here, once again, I did not take into account my surroundings, in particular the fact that I was basically surrounded on all sides, or at the very least the sides the attackers were pushing, by soft walls, and against an Ash, yeah, that can definitely be a problem. So in retrospect, I actually think I should have pushed up to the reinforced wall that was in front of me when I was looking to the right earlier, and used that to cover one of my exposed sides. And that would have made it a lot more awkward for the Ash to get the kill on me, and bought a lot more time for the team. But regardless, that is my very first episode of From Copper to Diamond. Even though it was a loss, I feel like there was a lot to learn from this particular ranked game, and therefore I decided to analyze it. Hopefully you guys can take something from this, as well as me trying to improve my own play. I do hope that this is a useful tool for people trying to do a similar grind. If not to diamond, then up to silver. If you're in bronze, up to bronze if you're in copper. If, you know, basically up to wherever your personal ambition is in life, and indeed in Rainbow Six Siege. So as always guys, I will take this time to thank you for watching. Do stick around if you want to see more of this Copper to Diamond series, and I will see you next time.